Yo, yo, yo.
You should just put your camera on
What's up, people? We is back. We is back. Running late. We back. Man, if y'all knew. Man, all day today. All day today, y'all. I've been working on that video I just put out. I'm talking about, y'all. I don't think people be understanding how long, like a good video with detail take to put out. There go my man, Young and Mel. Young and Mel. Like, yo, a good video takes... What I did? I started working on that video about 9 o'clock. Finished 10 o'clock tonight. From 9 o'clock this morning. Man, hey, man. We rocking out, man. We ain't even get to the top yet. You heard me. We ain't even get to the top yet. You heard me. Fuck it is, though. Yo, what's up, y'all? So you got Gucci Man and dropped the whole label. Everybody must go. Clearance sale. Everything must go. Trap Star. Man, Gucci done put the new 1017 on clearance sale. He put it on the clearance rack. Motherfucking Nordstrom's the rack. You feel me? What it is, level up. Man, I ain't surprised though, y'all. I told y'all, yo, Gucci, yo. Only artist Gucci Gucci can't break an artist, yo. It gotta already be in him. You feel me? Like Pooh Shiesty, he had it. He ain't really had to do nothing with Pooh Shiesty. M2800, what it do? Fujiano, another one. Fujiano had it. He ain't had to do nothing with him. But when Gucci got put some work in, what it is, 144K. Yeah, when Gucci got put work in, it don't materialize, man. It don't materialize. Cause he's not a leader. You know, he's not a leader amongst men or women. Shit, ain't none of them girls he signed do nothing. Though we talked about Gucci at length, yo. Like, yo, in order to be a boss, yo, you gotta put people in position. That's why Gotti's so successful. Gotti put people in position. It's not just about excuse me. Cause Gucci had talent. Gucci had talent, man. It ain't just about finding talent. You gotta find the talent, didn't know what to do with him. Gucci don't know what to do with his talent, man. Unless they just that talented to where so they can take it and run with it. They can take the bar and run with it themselves. But we ready to get busy, yo. We ready for what's the latest on Diddy. We got big Meech situation going on. Hey, yo, know what's crazy about the Meech thing, right? I can tell people why I looked into Meech. You feel me? I wonder how many of these bloggers that's covering the Meech thing, if you was to ask them, like, yo, what made you look into Meech? See what they tell you. I looked into Meech because I'm not ready. I heard the rumors. You feel me? I heard the rumors. Back then, when it first came out, I was on the internet. But I ain't never pick up on it. I ain't never really dig deep into it. But what made me look into it downways, because I ain't ready to be saluting no motherfucking rat. So that's why I looked into Meech paperwork. It wasn't just Meech coming home, you know, trying to bring another black man down. No, fuck no. I just don't support people that's not honorable. You feel me? And if you ain't honorable, I can't fuck with you. I did my time. So why the fuck you can't do yours? I ain't put nobody in prison. Why you can't do yours? That's how I feel about it. But a lot of these bloggers is just following suit. You know, we was probably the first video that got uploaded when we heard Meech was coming home, questioning like, yo, what's up with Meech, y'all? You feel me? We ain't straight calling no rat. The first video, man, what's up with Meech, man? The Meech break the rules. The Meech go against the grain. You feel me? And we looked into it and we found what we found. Now these other people, they just piling on. You know, they just see it's a hot topic. They don't really give a fuck one way or another. It's just a hot topic, so they gonna run with it. I don't really respect that for real. I don't really respect that. I had a legitimate reason to look into Shorty because of who I am and what I stand on. That was it. That was all. Shit, I was hoping it wasn't true. But I did have red flags. Did have red flags. That motherfucking prison sentence. Red flag. That man only doing 19 on 27 and a half. Red flag. The fact that he can still sell his story and make money and monetize off his story. Those are red flags to me. Yeah, straight up, man. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Yeah, like we went through the whole case from the time they got locked up to the things they did before they got locked up, and you know, we came to a conclusion. Like, try to really do it the right way. Like, I ain't just jump on the bandwagon. Like, we don't even do that for real. I don't even do that for real. Yo, but look at this though, y'all. Lil Woody and Charleston White back at it again. Yo, do y'all think this is real? Y'all think this is real? Who look like a Viking? That motherfucking Viking nigga. What you talking about? What you talking about, Chant? So Charleston White, hold on, let me see if I got that before we go to here. Let me see if I saved that. Hey, look at this though, y'all. Look. Oh, I forgot to talk about Mounk Tounk. Damn, I sure miss Butter. He need to call me. Look. Butter bring his ass revenue. Oh, goofy ass nigga. Fuck you and Butter, nigga. Goofball. That's shit. Oh yeah, look. Charleston White disses YSL Woody daughter. Like, yo, look at this nigga with it. Hey, yo, I'll be glad, yo. I will be happy, elated, yo, when Charleston White 5 minutes of fame run out. I'll be glad, yo. Like, yo, it gotta end one day, yo. Like, for real. It gotta end one day. It gotta end, yo. Like, yo, what is his purpose? Like, yo, for real, like, yo, what is Charleston White's purpose? What value is he adding to the culture? Like, yo, it's just all nonsense, yo. All nonsense, all negativity. Yeah, like, I can't stand him, yo. I can't stand him, yo. Like, yo, this man is a fucking cancer. You know, because, like, yo, it's hard to convince the young generation that clout chasing out not the answer when you got a fucking 45-year-old, damn near 50-year-old doing it and he getting paid and he monetizing tremendously off of it. So it's like, yo, how the fuck can you even say anything to the drill rapper? How can you say anything to the drill rapper when you got a black man that's 45 years old and he the biggest clout chaser? Like, man, this shit crazy. Look at y'all.
Woody got a retarded daughter. Yeah, Woody got a retarded baby. Nigga, my baby ain't retarded. Nigga, my baby graduated 16. Woody got an autistic retarded daughter with a wooden leg. Yeah, nigga daughter walking with a wooden leg with a disabled malfunction body. Man, nigga better shut up, nigga. Mama, dad, daughter retarded with a malfunctioning leg. Man, tell Woody and
yo, what is that? Yo, oh my gosh, yo. Like, yo, this shit is crazy, bro. Yo, what is that, yo? Like, yo, how can people support this man, yo? Like, yo, what is that, bro, y'all? That man talking about the man's daughter with some type of disability. Grown ass man, though. That was just taking pictures with him. But don't get me wrong. People will allow this for clout. As crazy as it may sound, yo. People would allow the fucking finest disrespect for clout. So I don't know, it could still be fake. Yo, but I wouldn't even play like that, yo. Like, yo, you couldn't tell me, hey, yo, this my daughter, yo. This my dead child, yo. And, yo, we gonna go viral. Man, fuck no. I'm not doing that shit, man. What the fuck I look like a fucking goofy? Like, yo, it's just like, yo, certain shit. It's just not happening. It ain't happening. I ain't doing it. I don't feel comfortable with it. But this guy, even if it is a play, he with all the shit. Exactly, yo. Extremely low vibrational, yo. Extremely.
And the whole ass nigga hush they motherfucking mouth, nigga. My baby in college is 16 years old, nigga. And the nigga, please. He got a retarded baby. Thank God I ain't got no motherfucking retarded motherfucking baby. That nigga produced, that's them retarded genes. That's them motherfucking retardation genes. That boy done made a retarded little girl.
Ty, what it is?
Yeah, Woody made a retarded baby with a leg with a Forrest Gump. He needs to buy that baby some braces. He needs to buy that little baby some leg braces. The little retarded motherfucker. Woody got a retarded daughter. Yeah, Woody got a retarded. I don't see nothing wrong.
Nothing wrong with that man, baby, man. Leave that man alone, man. Goofy ass nigga. But that might just be Woody. You know, Woody got his own karma he got to deal with. Woody did a lot of fucked up shit to people. You know, yo, karma. Yo, one thing about karma, yo, is that shit come in all shapes, forms, and sizes, you know. That shit might not hit you. You feel me? All that fuck shit he did, it probably affected his child. Yo, that's real. But to mock and laugh at or like, nah, fuck no. That shit goofy. That shit goofy, man. Yeah, he definitely a rat. That's what I'm saying. You know, that's probably why, you know, everything happened for a reason, you know. Everything happened for a reason. But I still ain't going to laugh at the man child. You feel me? That's a fucking child, man. Like, we ain't got, this shit. We done talked about it enough.
What him to do, he gonna do it. I ain't gotta feed to this. I did exactly what I wanted to do. He hoping that he trolling me, he go viral. Then people can come send him a little $2,000 for a little interview. I own Charleston White. Words don't get me, man. Y'all gotta go past it. Y'all gotta be able to a sucker like that. If you know he can get to you, he gonna try everything. You're talking about my child. You would never say it in front of me. That's the difference between me. Like, I know these niggas be saying it on the internet. They won't say that right here, where I can put my hands on the car, I drop his ass like a bad habit. Would you ever deal with Charleston White again? I want him to do, he gonna do it. I ain't gotta feed to this. I did exactly what I wanted. Yeah, when he grow up, I ain't bothered, man. My little girl happy. She's a beautiful baby. They have the best, amazing personality ever. You don't worry about some miserable little man saying. All we can do is for him to pray. See what he wants y'all to, what he trying to do, provoke me. He trying to tell everybody, I told y'all he ain't changed. I still gonna beat him in his own game, stupid. He trying to tell y'all that I ain't changed person.
No, he definitely ain't a changed person.
He can't.
And we ain't even feeding into that narrative. Yeah, he ain't changed. These type of people don't change. He too far gone to change. He got too many character flaws to change. Like, how the fuck you just change with all them damn flaws? Man, fuck no. You need therapy, my nigga.
Ain't get to me. I love y'all back. I still love Charles White, too. Me, my family, my daughter, her family, ain't none of us tripping about nothing that fool said. Yeah, when he grow up.
He got a retarded daughter.
Man, yeah, I can't fuck with none of them guys. For real, all them guys goofy. You feel me? Like, I can't get with none of them. Like, every single one of goofballs. Like, fuck that, y'all. It's just, yo, I'm not willing to accept any level of disrespect, yo, to go viral, yo. I can't really get with that shit. Like, nah, it ain't that deep. You feel me? I'd rather put the hard work in and hope that shit pan out. Well, put the hard work in and let it speak for itself. You feel me? Like, I ain't on the internet chasing nothing. Everything that you gonna come to you anyway. You ain't gotta chase it. You know, and that's how it used to be. Like, you don't gotta chase nothing. You know, shit come to you. Put the work in. you gonna get everything you supposed to get. I promise you. You feel me? Because this chasing clout shit is dangerous, man. Like, look how many people done died chasing clout or went to prison chasing clout. I just did a video on a drill rapper. Y'all need to check that video out if y'all ain't saying that. From out New York. Certified clout chaser. You feel me? Now locked up on federal RICO on federal charges, and he can't let go of the internet. Nigga let internet beef. Shorty is in prison currently. 150 months. What's that? 12, 24, 36, 48, 60. Shorty got 11 years, 10 years and 10 months. 10 years and 10 months, y'all. And he let internet beef spiral out into some street shit. Internet beef. He got 10 years in the feds. Like, yo, this shit, man, yo, I ain't never seen nothing like that, yo. I ain't never seen nothing like that, yo. Like, yo, that shit ill, bro. Like, yo, so he winds up putting money on a motherfucker or sending word uptown, got the dude hit. Now what? He done got the dude hit. But what it is, now what he gonna do? Now he facing a murder charge. On top of the 10 years fed time he already got. Y'all make sure y'all check that video out. But Mounk Tounk. Y'all see what happened with Mounk Tounk today? Hey, Thug Life IT, what the fuck is wrong with you, bro? Are you acting stupid? That feel, I remember it did used to be called the World Wide Web. You ain't lying, it really did. I wonder why they moved away from that name. Cause that definitely fits. You know, you can't get caught up in that shit, yo. And a lot of people have been getting caught up in the internet. They get caught up in the internet, banned to the internet games, and next thing you know, they ain't even the same person no more. They need to bring that shit back. They probably moved away from that name for a reason. The motherfucking World Wide Web. I remember them times. So Mounk Tounk, y'all. Yo, what I tell y'all a while ago, for people that been following me for a while, when all these guys first took them plea deals, I say, yo, most of them going back to prison. Most of them guys that took them plea deals, slowly but surely, is going back to prison. You already got, so we got two so far. You got Thug Brother, who Ben went back. He ain't even last 5 months. Now you got Mounk Tounk that went on the stand playing. Mounk Tounk went on the stand playing, thinking he had full immunity, thinking he was gonna get a YSL Woody type of he thought he was gonna get a YSL Woody type deal. Negative. Didn't happen. So look what happened with Mounk Tounk. Now Mounk Tounk copped out, y'all. Let me tell y'all this deal. Mounk Tounk copped out to 35 years. A 35-year suspended sentence. 15 years probation. Yo, who in the right mind is going to take that? 35 years suspended sentence. 15 years probation. There ain't no way you could have paid. Yo, you couldn't pay me to take no deal like that. Which means that if he violates probation, oh, and he had to testify. Gotta factor that in. He had to testify. So not only do you got to testify to what the state said that you said, if you don't testify, you got 35 years on the back end. That's what Mounk Tounk decided to do, though, y'all. Mounk Tounk decides to play with them people. And this is the result of playing with them people. Thinking he was gonna get the Woody treatment.
it sounds like maybe it was revoked, but it was just wrapped up in something else is how I would take that. I don't know, but, or that a violation was found, but we don't know what that was or anything like that. All right. So does probation have a recommendation in this case?
Due to the last minute notification of this probation revocation, I will leave that up to the courts to make that decision.
Okay.
What you mean? No, he ain't had no few months. Did you hear what I said, Nick? I said 15 years probation, 35 years suspended sentence. We ain't talking about a few months. We talking about 15 years. You can't get a dirty yawn. You can't miss a motherfucking probation date, a parole date. You can't miss none of that. They're violation of technicality. You get shot, your ass go to jail. Find yourself in the wrong situation where you outside and shots get to fly and that bitch happen to hit you in your leg. You violating. I'd never put myself in no situation like that. Meanwhile, the guys that didn't take the deals, the guys that wasn't offered the deals, they're going to make out better than them because this case is garbage. Yo, that's why it's always good to wait it out. Yo, sometimes, yo, you got to wait it out. See, that's the thing. We in Baltimore, that's how we operate. Like, we know that. Like, yo, you might have to wait it out. My guy wait it out. You might gotta sit 8 months. Might gotta sit for a while. But you ain't ready to just jump at the first fucking opportunity to get out of prison, yo. That shit gonna cost you. These guys ready to beat that case. Meanwhile, all these other guys got 10 years probation, 15 years probation, 20 years to back up. Like, yo, those was horrible deals. Yo, I'm not taking more. I wouldn't take more than 5 years probation. That's it. 5 years is a long time. But you talk about 15 years, 10 years, man, hell no. They can take that deal and shove it up their ass. I'd never take no shit like that. And I wouldn't even recommend it to nobody. Yes, you're going to come home and be a motherfucking saint. You know what I mean? You're going to come home and be a saint, then shit, salute to you. But if you're going to come home and you still undecided about what your future plans is, man, don't take no deal like that. I don't drink soda.
I find there to have been a violation as alleged, and again, even discounting the item number 8. What is the state's recommendation?
In full candor to the court, Your Honor, I'm going to leave it. The state is going to leave it in the full discretion of the court. Your Honor is fully aware of the conditions. Your Honor witnessed the testimony and how it affected the trial of the case, and I'm going to let Your Honor be the full steward of deciding what the penalty should be as it relates to all of the time that Mr. Sledge still has remaining on probation.
All right. Well, I know that at least it sounds like.
And not to forget that other video, we did when we went to his plea deal. Yo, he had to admit to a lot of things, man. A hell of a lot of things. He had to admit that Thug knew about the wife, the big nut hit. He had to admit that after the big nut hit, Thug took them to Hawaii or some shit like that, where he gave everybody money to lay low. Like, he had to admit to a lot of incriminating things, and then got on a stand and ain't do none of it.
In the petition for revocation, the request is that the entire 30 years be revoked. Is that right?
It's not the request.
You're just telling me that's what he has at this point, although it can't be all of it, right? I mean, he's been on probation for at least a couple of years, and did he serve it? What's left?
He just started on December 8th of 2023. I think he got credit for the time. I think he was in for 2 years, so he would have 26 and change, or 25 and change.
I'm sorry, correct, 22.
My bad.
The exact number.
22 years. He still got to back up.
I believe in the petition for revocation, the request is that the entire 30 years.
Everybody do not be snitching. Stop letting the internet lie to you.
of his
Everybody,
violation.
everybody, do not be snitching.
That would be 27 years, 7 months, and 8 days.
All right. All right, thank you. Anything else from either side?
No, Your Honor, nothing further from the state.
Your Honor, if it will please the court, I understand the court's ruling that there's a violation. Ultimately, I guess to some degree, while it's not clearly akin to a substantive versus technical violation of probation, it is a non-violent, non-new offense kind of violation. And I would say if the court is going to violate my client, it would be more germane to treat it as a technical violation. We have expressed to the court different thoughts and reasons for the way the testimony came out. We don't know what effect, if any, one way good or one way bad, that has had. But in terms,
That would be 27 years.
I would ask the court treat it more as a technical. He has one grandchild on the way, one that just came early this year with Ms. Jaquila Freeman. So the point is, he has been staying out of the way. He's been complying with probation. I would ask the court to maybe consider if you want to put more restrictions and make his probation much more of not just something he's on, but something that now has more teeth to it because he's been working. He's been taking care of his family. He's staying out of trouble. He's turned that corner. And literally, it was always our hope he wouldn't have to come in and testify. And there was a reason the state allowed this plea to go forward so that he could step away. And in doing so, if you recall, you may have remember from his testimony, by no fault of his, he was a victim of a crime where he was shot multiple times and had to recover from that. So we would ask the court to consider some restrictions of his violation. I would ask the court first as opposed to custody. And if you do go with custody, we would ask to consider it as a technical type of violation, not a substantive violation in which you would be authorized to give him an even greater sentence. So we would leave it in the discretion of the court, but we're asking again for a non-custodial revocation punishment.
Okay, well, I don't view it as a technical violation or akin to a technical violation, considering the solemn oath that he took when he said that he understood every term within the plea agreement, factual acknowledgments, and sentencing acknowledgments, and understood and, in fact, orally answered that he understood when both asked by the prosecutor and the court at his plea hearing that failure to abide by any of the terms would constitute a violation of the agreement, and he was notified that the entirety of his probation
first as opposed to custody and
can be revoked. I do appreciate the fact that this particular violation is a non-violent violation, but I also appreciate the fact that some of the why this could have occurred include the fact that there is just not a proper regard for the judicial system and the seriousness with which an oath in court needs to be taken.
So they're using him as the example. He the sacrificial lamb for the next one. Don't come up here playing.
This much more akin to perjury, frankly, than a technical violation. And the sentence for perjury is up to 10 years. I am going to revoke 5 years of Mr. Sledge's probation. And Mr. Sledge, I am sympathetic to the fact that you have generally stayed out of trouble, and I want to commend you for that. And I really hope that this revocation doesn't set you back. Can be revoked. I do appreciate we've got to take seriously the court system. So that's the sentence of the court. I find there to have been that violation. I'm revoking 5 years.
Dang. You made it out though.
And reinstate the balance.
Thank
you.
He still got 22 years of probation.
For my client to turn himself in to make arrangements.
I think y'all knew when you came in here that this was a strong possibility. So, no, I'm sorry.
Damn.
Hey, court is adjourned.
He did that shit to herself, man. Did that shit to herself. Shit was stupid. Why would you go in there playing with them people? See, what happened is everybody think they Woody. Now look, listen to what he posed a play to. I think it's this one right here. Wait till y'all hear what he posed a play to, man. Like, yo, so much he implicated so. I think that's it. All right, look, look at this, y'all. Dang. Y'all see that? Oh, I gotta make it bigger. Can y'all see that? All right, look. Young Slime Life. This what he posed. This is what he posed to say in trial. Young Slime Life, aka YSL, is an organization made up of 3 or more members or associates who share common identifiers that include but are not limited to colors, hand signals, and terminology, who have committed crimes intended to increase the notoriety, street credibility, and reputation of YSL. Defendant has been a member and or associate of YSL since 2012. 3. While associated with YSL and to support and express loyalty to YSL, defendant and co-defendants Demekion Garlington and Cardarius Zachary appear in a video with another person, AS, where defendant brandished a weapon used in a drive-by shooting, and when, on behalf of YSL, defendant threatened to harm a person named Kel, a rival gang member, who had begun a relationship with defendant's ex-girlfriend. 4. On or about April 28, 2015, as reflected in Fulton County indictment, defendant and fellow YSL associate Demekion Garlington and Cardarius Zachary committed a drive-by shooting using a firearm defendant wielded in the video referenced in part 3 of this section, targeting family members of a rival gang. They talking about when they shot Lucci house up. 5. Defendant and his fellow YSL associates committed the drive-by shooting referenced in section 3 and 4 above on behalf of YSL and to increase the notoriety, reputation, and fear of YSL. 6. Defendant admitted committing and was convicted of aggravated assault and participation in street gang activity, among other things, for his participation in the drive-by shooting referenced in section 3, 4, and 5 above. 7. This all the things he supposed to admitted to on the stand. Defendant was told by another YSL associate that immediately after the murder of Donovan Nut Thomas Jr., YSL associates met at the McDonald's on Cleveland Avenue in Atlanta, Georgia, to discuss the murder. 8. Defendant personally knows that one or more YSL associates committed the murder of Donovan Nut Thomas Jr. on behalf of YSL. 9. On January 10th, 2015, after the murder of Donovan Nut Thomas Jr., defendant and other YSL associates gathered at a home of Jeffrey Williams, aka Young Thug, who gave defendant and other YSL associates cash money to lay low. 10. There's no way he should have signed this. 10. Defendant has personal knowledge that on January 10th, 2015, after the murder of Donovan Thomas Jr., YSL associates traveled to Miami, Florida with co-defendants and YSL founder Jeffrey Williams, aka Young Thug. 11. Come on, shorty. Ain't no way you supposed to sign this deal. Defendant did not murder Donovan Thomas Jr. and was not party to the crime. Number 12. Defendant did not murder Shamel Drinks and was not party to the crime. So this is how they try to bait him in. You tell him, but you're not taking accountability. You just saying you know these things. We ain't actually saying you did nothing. Number 14. Defendant cannot truthfully assert that the person... why the fuck this shit keep doing that? that the person charged in this indictment with murder of Donald Thomas Jr. are not guilty of the murder, and the defendant will make no attempt at trial, prior to trial, or after trial to exonerate the person charged in this indictment with the murder of Donald Thomas Jr. Like, y'all have never signed this deal, y'all. This is a snitch plea. This is what you call this, y'all. This is a snitch plea. 14. The gas station at 151 Cleveland Ave, Atlanta, Georgia, is one of the multiple locations where Wild South Associates sell drugs and do not allow other gangs to operate. Number 15. The gas station at 221 Cleveland Avenue, Atlanta, Georgia, is another location where Wild South Associates sell drugs and do not permit other gangs to operate. Number 16. The defendant has personal knowledge that he and other members or associates of Wild South have either participated in or directly committed at least one of the following crimes in order to increase the notoriety and reputation of Wild South: murder, armed robbery, aggravated assault, and illegal drug possession and sales. Like, yo, fuck no. Ain't no way in hell. Let's see what happened when he got on the stand. Let's see what he did when he got on the stand, y'all.
Do you have a big
That's
heart
Woody,
in a spare room?
it's Woody's fault. He thought he was gonna get treated like Woody. So look what he did when he got on the stand instead. So we just read what he supposed to said. Let's see what he actually said.
Antonio Sledge, ANTONIOSLEDGE.
Good morning, Mr. Sledge, and you are perfectly situated, turning to the jury so that they can hear you. I'm going to stand over here
Romeo,
so that you speak loud enough so that the last juror can hear you, okay?
Yes.
Thank you. Mr. Sledge, would you please tell the jury how old you are?
hit that like button, y'all.
His age.
Where did you grow up?
Atlanta, Georgia.
What part of the city did you grow up in?
Downtown Atlanta.
Did you also go to high school in Atlanta?
Yes.
And what high school did you attend?
Southside High School.
Did you finish?
No.
What grade did you finish? The last grade you completed?
Probably 9th grade.
By 9th grade, could you read and write though?
Yes.
All right. Now, do you have brothers and sisters?
Yes, brothers.
How many?
3 living.
All right.
Come on now.
Do you know of a person named Jeffrey Williams who answers to the name Thug?
Yes.
What about a person named Shannon Stillwell or Shannon Jackson who answers to the name SB?
Yes.
Do you know a person named Diamante Kendrick who answers to the name Yak?
Yes.
Do you know a person named Demekion Garlington who answers to the name Lil D?
Yes.
Do you know a person
He think it's a
named
gang. He got a little
Quindarius
smirk on his
Zachary
face.
who also answers to the name Lil D?
Play with them
Yes.
pieces.
How do you distinguish one Lil D from the other when you're just talking in regular conversation?
I
Man,
call
hell
both
yeah.
of them D.
Okay? And if someone asks you which D, how do you respond?
D.
If you're talking about Quindarius Zachary.
D. Lil D.
Lil D. Do you know of a person named Rodelius Ryan?
No.
Do you know of a person named Marquavius Huey who goes by the name Quay?
No, I don't know him, but I heard it around the way.
So you do know of him or you?
I know of him.
Okay. What about Quamarvius Nichols? Do you know of a person named Quamarvius Nichols who answers to the name Quay as well?
Of him.
Yeah.
Do you know a person named Quantavius Greer who answers to the name Mounk Tounk?
What is 2024? I'm like,
That's not it. Hold on.
it's been a minute. I can't really, off the top of my head, I don't really know.
It If it was when he was 16, about how old were you when you first met him?
I was 20 something. I'm probably like 26. I'm
Charlene.
about like 10 years older than Jeffrey.
Okay. Tell the jury, if you will, how well you know Shannon Stillwell or SV.
Well, I met Shannon around like 2014, 15, somewhere in that area.
When you say you met him around 2014,
It's not the video, y'all. Hold on.
developed over time.
From the time that we met.
Okay. And do you all still have that same great relationship?
That's not the video, y'all. That ain't the video. I'm gonna find the video. I got it. Cause we looked at it not too long ago. Like he went up there and didn't answer none of them questions how he was supposed to answer them. None of them. What's this? This ain't it.
I tried to pull a head.
Detective got caught lying on the stand. Like this trial was a shit show.
Did you ever have your home shot with bullets?
What he tested? What he sisters
And was that around the
testified?
same time you received this threat?
That was after I got locked up.
Okay. When did you get locked
The
up?
day look, Woody done got his
I called
sister
the
locked
police.
up.
Okay, so you got a threat.
Mm-hmm.
Got locked up.
The man that been telling so much he done got his damn sister locked up, man. God damn. How the fuck she get locked up? She done got tangled in this motherfucking web of lies.
And then you called the police?
I got a threat. I called the police. They escorted me to my grandma's house. They called me back out and locked me up.
Okay.
Like she don't even want nobody to know she related to that fuck boy. She put a whole mask on. She don't want nobody to know she related to yo, man. That shit crazy.
Once you were locked up, did you ever come home and found that your home was had been shot at or shot up?
Yes.
All right. How long between the time you got locked up and the time you got home? Do you remember how many days that was?
It was the same day.
The same day.
Mm-hmm.
When you got home, what did you find? Or what do you remember seeing when you came home and saw that your home had been shot up?
Bully holes. Bully holes.
No, she telling too. That shit must run in the family.
Did you know who had shot up your home?
No.
And when the police came out to the location, did you give that information to the police that you came home and your home had been shot up?
Yes.
Right. And prior to you going to jail, had your home been shot up?
No.
Had anything like that ever happened to your house while you were living there those 8 years? I'm going to show you a few other pictures. I'm going to show you what's been admitted as State's Exhibit 3, Triple D.
All right, we getting sidetracked. I want to show y'all, that shit crazy. He got his sister in there. I wanted to show y'all what Mounk Tounk was supposed to say.
About anything that could have happened at those two homes.
Yes.
Right.
He told every goddamn thing. Lord D did just as much telling us.
If I was there, Court, I would have been dead.
Yo, this guy's a fucking clown.
Yeah.
Like, who is this top 5 guy, yo? He's a fucking cornball. Like, yo, get him out of there. I'm tired of these dudes.
Your Honor, this one you cannot fix.
Top 5 talking about he would have did. Yeah, we gotta talk about that guy too. Talk about he would have did the Kodak Black. They pressed the little dude, Lil Fo, or whatever his name is. Shorty ain't even no street dude. Like, why y'all giving that little dude a hard time just because he connected to Kodak? Why don't y'all just take that shit out with Kodak? Lil Fo ain't from the streets. He's said it a million times. And impressed the little light-skinned kid. Come on now. Yeah, we gotta talk about that though, y'all. What? I said, the fuck wrong with my damn shit? I'm trying to show y'all what Mounk Tounk was supposed to say. I know I got it because I looked at it not too long ago. Shit shouldn't be that far down. I don't know. Oh my God, Jesus Christ. Gang member wiretap complaining Young Thug, the richest. Oh yeah, we saying that. Talked about that already. All right, here you go right here.
I'm not a lawyer, but
True. False.
All right, so look. This was what he was supposed to say. This is his plea deal right here. Y'all can't see it because I can't even see it. This is his plea deal, and this is what he supposed to say. We read the plea deal and what he was supposed to say. Now let's listen to how he answered these questions.
False. I can say true. Truth. I can say truth about that. True. I say false, but I don't agree with everything.
Defendant has personal knowledge that he and other YSL associates either participated or directly. Remember, we just read this. He supposed to agree to every single one of these.
Everything is saying it, so.
the document says that it is evident that the defendant knowing
Saw and had on the 27th of December. And then what we were
and willfully violated the special conditions of his negotiated plea agreement with the intent
we
to
ready to get the
disrupt the
puffy?
trial of no one's surprise.
Yeah, we ready to get the puffy. I just wanted to show y'all, how he played with them people. Like, you can't sign a deal and then go up that bitch and then not stand on the deal, shorty. Like, what the fuck was your thinking? He was tripping. What he put him in a trick bag? That's what happened. He seen what he do it. He thought he was gonna get some notoriety off of it. King J. What's up, Quentin? He thought he was gonna get some notoriety off of it, so he tried to pull the same play. Negative. Shot him straight down. Judge Glanville probably gave him the whole 30. But Gucci Mane, y'all. Gucci Mane just got rid of all his artists. Check them out.
Hey, what's up, y'all? Listen, I wanted to make this announcement on 10/17 yesterday, but I just seen like my statement, my P&L with all my artists. You know, it's almost like a whole bunch of shakeup and it's a whole shit show in the industry right now. But when I look at my P&L and me being a businessman, I think that I'm gonna have to release almost all my artists except for Pooh Shiesty and Fujiano. This is a decision I didn't want to make. I thought about it. You know what I'm saying? I could keep all of them under the contract, but I said, hey, fuck it. Let's just make the unselfish decision and, let them take their talents elsewhere. So today, you know what I'm saying, I already reached out to all of my artists, you know what I'm saying, to their lawyers and whatever, and let them know that they're free to take their talents elsewhere. And I'm still looking for new talent to pair up with, you know what I'm saying, Pooh and Fu, and that's where I'm going to put my focus, and I just wish them the best. And I just want to let everybody know that because, hey, that's where we at.
Yo, Gucci don't be putting nothing into them artists, man. Yo, Pooh Shiesty would have blew up no matter where. Pooh Shiesty could have went solo, and he'd have took off. Like, you're not ready to take credit for that boy's career, man. That boy was gonna fly high regardless. So this is one of the artists that got dropped. Lil Zay reacts to Gucci Mane dropping him from the label. This one of the artists right here.
Man, look, did what I wanted. I ain't tripping. You feel me? I've been talking about the last past 2-3 days. I don't give a flying.
You talking about Meech? What you mean?
Before that truth come
out. It's a technical violation.
That's all I'm gonna say. What to do? Hey man, look, did what I wanted. I ain't tripping. You feel me? I've been talking about the last past 2-3 days. I don't give a flying. You know what I'm saying? What to do before that truth come out. That's all I'm gonna say. What to do? Hey man, look.
I ain't never even heard of Shorty. That's what I'm saying. Like, he not even doing a good job promoting these guys. I think I got another video. I wonder if that's him too. He's not even doing a good job promoting them guys, man. Like, nobody knows your artists. Ever since Pooh Shiesty got locked up and Fujiano got locked up. And what's the other one? Big Scar, since he died, I thought, shit, I don't know none of them guys. I don't know none of them guys. I must ain't got it. I thought I had another video of another guy speaking. Must don't. Here go another artist.
Hey man, look, did what I wanted. In the spot, and I came with the fella.
I appreciate the opportunity that was for the hood. 3 gave us life at the dark. Now we finna go up. Y'all stay down with me. I got y'all. Mastermind in effect. What the fuck is he? I guess he's another artist that nobody knows. Like, niggas don't know them artists, Gucci. Former 1017 members react.
Hey man, look, did what I ain't gotta pay nothing back there for sure.
Yeah, no, whatever the debt is, I'm just gonna be the debt.
Man, I ain't gotta pay nothing back there for sure.
Yeah, no, whatever the debt is, I'm just gonna be the debt.
I ain't gotta pay nothing back.
I mean, so that's appreciated, you know. He ain't leaving out with no debt, so you gotta respect that. But I wouldn't, if I was an artist, I wouldn't be too quick to sign no motherfucking Gucci, man. I wouldn't sign the shorty. Like, his resume ain't what it is. Like, he ain't got no resume not that good. Yo, look at this guy though, y'all. Yo, what's up with this top 5 dude? Talking about he Drake gone. Like, if somebody need to slap fire out of his motherfucking ass. Sit his dumb ass right down.
So there's an incident that happened with Kodak Black and Presser. What's your thoughts about it?
If I was there, Kodak would have been.
He would have been dead.
Yeah, the 16-year-old G42, he took care of it, but I would have done it.
If I was there, it would have been a nose too.
It would have been done.
But I swear you guys seen him in Paris.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Hold on,
That was
I'm
like,
still happy.
you left when Presser told us to.
Yo, Kodak can't be out here getting, like, yo, why, yo, hold up, yo. Yo, Kodak can't let these guys disrespect them like that, man. Fuck that. Yo, the man said, so, I didn't even know that. So, y'all remember when Kodak got shot in LA? He must have beefing with some guys from Canada. Remember they jumped on a dude and shots rang out? I guess they were some Canada dudes. So, with the top 5 guys saying, if he was there, Kodak would have been dead. That's he's standing on that. If I was Kodak, I'd slap his ass. Look, girl, we gotta meet up and do something, shorty, because you talking crazy online. We can meet up in motherfucking Maine or something. No, we right on the same coast. You in Canada, we can meet in Connecticut.
Just leave it alone.
Hold on, I'm still happy.
We already have one up on him.
G42 bond them up, and he does have one up on. I think if I was there, I would have told G42, nah, we're doing this.
We already have one up on.
You know what I mean?
So what's the guy's beef with him though? I don't get it.
That's what I was saying. If I was there,
he had to run out.
I was there. I couldn't.
You guys were front row.
You know what? It's too much.
You guys were front row.
I know, but like, you want him to run out.
You're right. You can't carry him. You're right. You're going to jail. That's crazy.
He sent his bodyguards. He sent like his bodyguards to stand up.
I have a young boy here that's ready to crash out, man. I'm crash out gang too,
I'm not crashing out.
So you guys scared to
Nigga
go
said I'm
back?
not crashing out. He's smart. Yo said no, I'm not crashing out. Fuck you over there just talking crazy.
I'm gonna crash out. But then again, you never know. If I was there, I'd probably too. I can't like probably. You know what I'm saying?
He's not crashing out. He's a smart guy.
The incident that happened with Kodak Black.
So, ain't no way, yo, man, fuck that. Y'all here getting disrespected by Canadians. Salute to Canada, man, but fuck that. Ain't no way in fucking on God's green earth. So look, he posed a band. One of the guys from Canada. Yo, look at this shit real quick, yo. Super. Look at this, y'all. This is Clout chasing at its peak. Look at this. Did y'all see this video? Look at this motherfucker.
Fuck McDonald's. I'm finna crash into it on my mama.
Dramatic crash at a McDonald's in Springfield. Miraculously, the driver was able to get out of the car without
I heard
help
about that,
and is recovering from their injuries.
Look at this motherfucker, yo.
TikToker Amigo Chino placed on house arrest for crashing into a...
They put me on house arrest.
Look.
But if this video blow up, I'll cut it for real.
If the video blow up here, cut it. Yo, this is sad, yo.
Hey, yo, if you don't know who I am, I'm the dude who cut my ankle monitor on TikTok Live.
Yo, what? Yo, we living in the last days, yo.
This is my makeshift camp until I get to the next location. You feel me? But, you know, I'm heading towards New York. So let me pull up. Hey yo, the feds ain't never gonna catch me. I
The
see y'all in
feds.
New York.
Nigga, feds ain't trying to catch your dumb ass, boy. He's goofy ass. All right, but so Canadian gangster Presser in top 5 said he showed up to Lou Taylor's show in Toronto last night looking for him due to his affiliation with Kodak Black and Sniper Gang. Who's Presser? This Presser right here? So look at this. The kid never came to his own show. Yo, he's a good kid, yo. Why they bothering him, man? Let that boy get his money, man.
No fly zone, you know how you rocking, huh? Fly dog, and I got a 6-piece. What? I'm shooting for the 6-piece. Don't cap.
No, I don't really do videos on that type of stuff, yo, because somebody might can get hurt.
Tyler show. Oh, yo, bro, I told you. Okay, look, this kid never came into the venue once. Like, I think his security maybe, like, came through the back door. I seen, like, 2 guys come through the back door. They checked it out. They talked to some other security, and then they left. They never, he never once came inside the venue once. I never seen him. I never seen his manager. He never performed. He never did nothing, dog. Why? Bro, he was scared for you, dog. I swear to God, like, they were talking about you. They were like, oh, 5 tried to come on in from outside. But, yo, you got to remember, this guy's manager is Kodak Black's manager. So they already know about that. You see what I'm saying? That's Tyler show.
Yo, like, why is he on the internet? Man, I did my show. Fuck that. You ain't stopped me from doing the show. We're gonna die together. Fuck it. Yeah, you ain't stopped me from doing no show, man. We just gonna all die today. Fuck you, man. Yeah, that's crazy. What else I wanted to talk about? Yeah, Kodak Black guy addressed that. Mounk Tounk a fucking fool. I don't know what the hell he was thinking. Went up there playing with them good people, man. Play with them good people, man. The people put a lot of time, effort into their job, man. Is this the same deal or is Lil Zay no longer? See, he said this yesterday. Before y'all get the saying Gucci dropped me, let me make that clear. I told him I didn't want to be signed to his label no more. Go ask him. I wasn't fucking with it. I wasn't fucking with it no more. So I'm going to let a nigga know I want the best for my career. You can't blame me. I don't give a fuck about no cosign. Man, whole time Gucci let y'all go, man. Cut it out. Oh, this bitch bluffing. Bluffing ass nigga. All right, y'all, but the fuck is else? What else in the title, y'all? We talked about Big Meech, Diddy. So let's see what's the latest on Diddy, y'all. I ain't tapped into Diddy in a minute. Hit that like button, y'all. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. Make sure you check out the video I just dropped. Oh, okay. Diddy asked
Election
Feds.
day is Tuesday, November
Diddy
5th.
asked
Make a
Feds to
plan
reveal
get to
victims' names.
the polls and cast
It's
your
only
ballot.
one victim.
This election is going to be a close one. Your vote
See,
is
that's
your
smart
voice.
though, y'all. You see what I'm saying? That's smart. Now, look, Diddy asked the Feds to reveal the victim names. It's only one victim. So what they're trying to do is curb all this narrative that is so many victims and is it. That's a good move. Now I don't know if the judge going to do it or not, but we'll
And
find
your
out what
voice
happened.
is your power.
There's no way Diddy can defend himself against his accusers without their names. At least according to Diddy.
So Diddy is asking a judge to order the prosecutors in his criminal case to turn over all the names of the alleged victims that are referenced in the indictment. Because in the indictment, they don't name anyone.
Except for victim number one, who we can assume is his ex-girlfriend, Cassie.
But there are statements in the indictment about, for decades, Diddy coercing, abusing, threatening women and others for his own sexual gratification. And Diddy is saying, how am I supposed to defend myself if you don't identify who you're talking about? Because I've had a ton of consensual sex in my life.
Diddy may have a valid point, but the feds aren't budging.
Prosecutors are saying, we're not going to turn that over at this stage. Well, they will have to at some point, right? They're just saying we're not doing it now because they're afraid that he's going to intimidate.
No, because they're trying to kill him in the media. What I was telling y'all, yo, that is word salad. That's word salad. Yo, that's what I've been telling people the whole time. The whole time, yo. Like, yo, they use that verbiage because it sounds good on paper. It paints him out as a monster. It make it look like the case is bigger than what it really is. Meanwhile, it's only one. If they was to come out and the feds was to release that it's only one victim, yo, that would cripple their case. But that would be playing by the rules. That would be playing fair. So they're going to hold this information, or at least they're going to try. They're going to try to hold this information all the way up until probably 2 weeks before the trial, a month before the trial. They're going to try their hardest to keep it under wraps. But that's the shit I've been telling y'all the whole time. It ain't no other victims.
Witnesses.
And with the trial not until May, there's just too much time. But Diddy's request also has to do with the civil lawsuits.
The way they say in the document, you've created this domino effect, and now everybody thinks they can just file a lawsuit against me anonymously. I think there are definitely people in the mix who are just making it up. And he's going to be able to say, look, this is just a free-for-all coming after my money, and they're all nonsense. And if some are, it makes the other ones look less credible also. More likely, this avalanche seems to indicate a pattern of misconduct over many decades.
No, it
So
don't.
it sounds like Diddy will be given the names of the alleged victims at some point, but not anytime soon.
Yeah, they playing dirty. They're playing dirty. It's only one victim. Stop misleading the people, yo, with false allegations. New information. This is 5 hours ago.
Millionaire Dave McCormick is spending millions to buy himself a Senate seat.
What they got new information, y'all?
Security and Medicare. Bob Casey is fighting to lower your costs and protect your future. The choice is clear: Dave McCormick for the rich or Bob Casey for us.
If you're serious about growing your business by spending thousands,
I know they had new information. You know, we ain't checked in on Diddy in a couple days.
The prosecution and defense are continuing to battle it out when it comes to Sean Combs' bail and pretrial detention. We're going to break down some new filings in this case. Could Sean Combs be set free? Welcome to Sidebar, presented by Law and Crime. I'm Jesse Weber. Okay, so we have some new developments regarding the Sean Combs case, and it concerns bail, his pretrial release. And as we know, Combs currently sits locked up in the Metropolitan Detention Center out in Brooklyn as he awaits trial on federal sex crimes charges, racketeering conspiracy, sex trafficking, transportation to engage in prostitution. And he is sitting there because he was denied bail twice. This is despite offering a bail package of $50 million, home confinement, a security team to monitor him essentially 24/7, visitor logs provided to the court, no telephone or internet access, limited visitors coming to that property. Now, the problem for Sean Combs is that the courts were persuaded by the prosecution's argument. The gravity of Combs' allegations, the weight of the evidence, the potential danger he is to society, the risk of flight, and the allegations that he had been improperly contacting witnesses. Now, Combs appealed the latest decision to deny him bail. He appealed it to a higher court in New York. It's called the Second Circuit Court of Appeals. Now, in Combs' bail motion, and we've talked about this on a previous sidebar, so I'm going to get to this before I get into the new stuff, but they wrote, this case does involve extreme and unusual circumstances, but none that typically foreclose bail or warrant forcing Sean Combs to defend himself from a prison cell. What is extreme and unusual about this case is that Mr. Combs was detained immediately after he was charged.
He goes on to say, the sensationalism surrounding his arrest has distorted the bail analysis. Mr. Combs was not released pending trial, even though he offered to comply with restrictive conditions that would have prevented any conceivable risk of flight or danger. Now, in this motion, Combs denies the government's accusations of obstruction. His attorneys concede that, yes, he spoke with people about the civil lawsuits that he was facing. Remember, he's been hit with a number of lawsuits, people claiming they were abused by him. But he says he wasn't aware that the Southern District of New York was investigating him. And he claims once he realized he was being investigated, the appeal motion says he made sure not to contact these people anymore. The motion reads, although the government vaguely described contacts with 2 grand jury witnesses, it proffered no evidence of any threats or intimidation. The government could only state that there were 14 total contacts between Mr.
Yeah, that
Combs
means
and
something,
one
though, y'all. I
witness
told
and
you I got a
another
case
witness
going out like that
multiple
before.
times. Defense counsel explained these contacts involved no obstruction or witness tampering. For example, one witness contacted Mr. Combs, not the other way around. She reached out to Mr. Combs and told him, I'm a grand jury witness. After Mr. Combs informed defense counsel, he was instructed not to contact the witness
Evan, you
anymore.
just
and
came
didn't.
in. This
So in
hour,
other
we've been
words,
going live
Sean
for an
Combs'
hour.
defense
This is the
counsel is
first 3
arguing
minutes
that the
talking about Diddy.
prosecution didn't meet its burden to hold him
talking about?
until trial. By the way, I gotta say, we plan to continue to follow all aspects of this Sean Combs.
I just did a whole upload that ain't had nothing to do with Diddy. Go check it out instead of coming in here complaining.
Because of the support that we get from our incredible sponsors, that helps us to keep on doing this. So I want to call out one right now for you, our amazing partner, Morgan &
Paying me
Morgan.
for what?
This is America's largest injury law firm.
Ain't nobody
Look, here's
paying
the
me
deal.
to
If
tell
you're
the truth.
injured, you got to know what your legal rights are and whether you can be compensated. And Morgan has a dedicated team of over 1,000 attorneys, case specialists, paralegals, and well, the prosecution responded to this. They are opposing. Okay, so what's the latest? Well, the prosecution responded to this. They are opposing this defense motion. And at the very beginning of their filing, they lay out the status of the case, right? The arrest, the indictment, what has been happening with bail. But they also re-emphasize the allegations and the charges against Sean Combs. So to set the stage, they say, as alleged, Combs and other members and associates of the racketeering enterprise, wielded the power and prestige of Combs' reputation in the entertainment industry to commit federal crimes, including racketeering, sex trafficking, and other offenses, including crimes of violence. From at least 2009 through 2024, Combs used force, threats of force, and coercion to cause female victims to engage in sexual activity, which included sex acts with male commercial sex workers that Combs referred to as freak-offs. Freak-offs
that paperwork is very misleading,
elaborate sex performances that Combs directed, say he pleasured himself during, and often electronic.
Dave McCormick.
Like, yo, that paperwork is so misleading, y'all. Like, every time I hear it, it's just like, yo, I just shake my head at it. Because it alludes to all these victims. It alludes to multiple victims, yo, but in reality, it's only one victim. And they did that, and that was intentional. Shit was intentional as a motherfucker, man.
Thing to do with a freak off. This was about a domestic spat, about infidelity. The government writes, based on multiple sources of evidence, the government proffered that immediately prior to Combs' assault of the victim, there was a male commercial sex worker in the hotel room with Combs and the victim, who remained inside the hotel room during the assault. Makes me think that person is probably going to testify at an upcoming trial. Maybe that person was caught on surveillance footage. It goes on to say, the government then read text messages between Combs and the victim, which confirmed the victim's severe injuries. The government highlighted text messages sent by Combs himself immediately after the assault, suggesting that Combs feared a law enforcement response, including the following: call me, the cops are here, and yo, please call, I'm surrounded. The government emphasized that whatever the context, the undisputed conduct captured on video, punching, kicking, and dragging the victim, underscored Combs' dangerousness. And prosecutors doubled down on what happened in this.
So you ain't giving him a bail because he got in a fight with his girl.
At the Intercontinental Hotel, Combs' counsel characterized the relationship between the victim and Combs as very loving, and freak-offs as a sought-after special part of the relationship. Judge Carter responded, what does this have to do with him punching her, throwing a vase at her, kicking her? What's love got to do with that?
Yo, but what does that have to do with the bail? Like, yo, so you're not giving him a bail because he beat up Cassie. Like, yo, we can't, yo, come on now. Come on now, Judge. That's a bunch of hey, Judge, come on now. You probably got in some motherfucking fist fights of your own. Like, let's keep that shit real.
Combs' counsel continued to argue that there was no sex trafficking, but Judge Carter pressed him to respond to the argument that Combs' violent conduct was relevant to Combs' dangerousness more generally. Combs' counsel conceded, I think it's relevant. I haven't said it wasn't relevant. I'm saying it's not part of the sex trafficking.
Hey, Quentin, I was ready to say the same thing, yo.
That even if the court doesn't fully trust them.
I was ready to say the same fucking thing. That judge is compromised, man. You feel, yo, that judge is compromised like a motherfucker. Like, I can't believe that judge said that. We talking about a fight that happened how many years ago? 9 years ago? 5 years? How many years ago was that? So they gonna Chris Brown him. He ain't never gonna be able to get past it. 15 years from now, they still talking about Chris Brown and the whole Wisconsin situation. Ain't nobody no flunky. The flunkies is the ones that's pushing the narrative like Diddy's a fucking danger to the world, and he had all these fucking victims. They the flunkies. We keeping that shit real.
The package as a whole. So in other words, I think a way of looking at this is, even if it didn't have to do with sex trafficking or racketeering, if you were trying to present the argument that Sean Combs is violent and a danger, whatever reason was behind him essentially beating Cassandra Ventura, that's enough evidence. That's it in of itself. That proves the point. And prosecutors also explained how Judge Carter was especially troubled by the allegations that Combs was reaching out to witnesses, including witnesses who received grand jury subpoenas, that he was engaging in witness tampering, that he was engaging in obstruction. And they say Judge Carter properly denied Combs' motion for bail, just as Judge Tarnofsky did before him. Combs cannot demonstrate that Judge Carter clearly erred when he found, after considering lengthy written submissions, reviewing a transcript of the bail hearing before Judge Tarnofsky, and presiding over extended oral argument, that the government had established by clear and convincing evidence that Combs posed a danger to the community, and that no bail conditions could reasonably assure the safety of the community.
Yo, how,
so let's take a quick second to explain this.
So by pointing out that Diddy reached out to witnesses, even though he reached out to these, victims of the lawsuit, by pointing out that Diddy reached out to victims of the lawsuit, it don't say he threatened them. Nowhere it doesn't say he threatened any of these people. By pointing out that Diddy got in a fight with Cassie, where he kicked and did all the things that was out of order. You know, we gotta agree to that. But they was in a relationship. Shit happens. Shit get real. I don't put my hands on women. Yo, but shit happens. You feel me? I think most people can agree to that. That proves that this man's a danger to this fucking world and he don't deserve a bail. When he's trying to offer y'all $50 million and all these restrictions, yeah, judge compromised. Judge compromised, y'all. Diddy lawyer got to try to get that case moved from that judge. Cause I can just imagine how the motion hearing is gonna go.
The Second Circuit Court of Appeals, in order to overrule Judge Carter's denial of bail, they would have to find that he clearly made a mistake here. And the tricky part about that is, A, by law, this appeals court has to defer.
No. I'm gonna tell you the tricky part is, A, judges don't like overruling other judges. Straight up and down. Fuck all that legal mumbo jumbo. Judges do not like overruling other judges. It happens rarely. Now, in this case, I can see some judges looking at that how we looked at it, like, oh, come on now. I think he's totally looking at this the opposite way. Like he playing these situations up to be way too high when it really ain't even that deep. It really ain't even that deep. But we'll see. Never know.
The Carter's reasoning when making this. Quick second to explain this. The Second Circuit Court of Appeals, in order to overrule Judge Carter's denial of bail, they would have to find that he clearly made a mistake here. And the tricky part about that is, A, by law, this appeals court has to defer to Carter's reasoning when making this ruling. And B, Essentially, they would have to find that the government hasn't established by something we call clear and convincing evidence that Combs was a danger to the community or that he would threaten or injure or intimidate a witness. The government has the burden. Yes, the government has the burden, true. But clear and convincing evidence, that is a low standard under the law. It is a lower bar for the government to cross than, let's say, beyond a reasonable doubt. Basically, the government has to show that there is a high probability of this. And here, given these specific charges, prosecutors say by law, they're...
The man could have ran, yo. He could have ran. Like, if Diddy wanted to run, he could have ran. Russell Simmons ran. A lot of people ran that I probably don't even know about. If Diddy wanted to run from these charges, he had the money, the means, the fucking resources, the outlets, the planes, the car. Diddy could have fucking ran. Like, I'm not buying this. I'm not buying this theory of Diddy is ducking prosecution. He could have been ran. Could have been ran. I'm sure he got people in government or in law enforcement that he still know and still got communications with. Diddy could have been ran. Man wasn't trying to run. He actually went to New York to turn himself in. What's up, Tana?
There is a presumption that he should be detained. There is a presumption that the defendant is a danger and can't be out on bail. But they also explain that the defendant has a limited burden of production to rebut that presumption. But they also write, even where a defendant produces sufficient evidence to rebut
I agree,
the statutory presumption of detention.
I agree, OC, 100%.
The American people, we don't sit on the sidelines.
100%.
We fight for our rights, for freedom, for a chance to get ahead.
If he still had that back, he wouldn't be going through none of this.
Now we're taking it to
if
the
he was
ballot
still
box.
With the nonsense,
this election, the power.
If he was still with the nonsense, still with the pleas, he wouldn't be going through none of this, man.
It becomes a factor to be weighed and considered like all the others in deciding whether to release the defendant. And that's going to be important in a minute. But first, federal prosecutors argue that Judge Carter's finding that Sean Combs is a danger, it was supported by clear and convincing evidence. They
Evan,
say
try to give you a chance,
Combs is
Evan.
ignoring the charges he faces and the strength of the evidence. They write, quote, as alleged since at least 2008, Combs has engaged in serious acts of violence, including forcing and coercing women to participate in sex acts with commercial sex workers by using physical force, financial pressure, emotional abuse, narcotics.
But
they continue. Although
but you see how they present this shit though. See, this is the misleading shit that they keep doing. They are presenting it like it's more than one victim. Like why they like if the way they read that, right? The mind automatically think multiple men and women. Like he done did this to 30 different people. That's how the mind thinks. The mind, the mind gonna go left. You feel me? The average person. The average person will listen to that indictment and listen to the word and be like, yo, Diddy did that shit to how many women? Let's say 50. The mind will go to 50. Diddy did that shit to 50 women. But the indictment says 1. So treat it like it's 1. The indictment says 1. It don't say 50. I don't give a fuck what the word say. The indictment says 1. You feel me? Treat that man like it's 1 victim, man. Man don't deserve to be facing no life in prison or no bail status. That's crazy. What's up, Elwood? Yo, that's crazy, y'all.
Claims on appeal, as he did below, that the freak-offs involved adults voluntarily engaging in consensual sex. The grand jury found probable cause otherwise, and the district court properly credited the allegations in the indictment and the government's detailed evidentiary proffers. Moreover, undisputed video evidence corroborated that Combs used brutal violence against his victims, including by hitting, punching, kicking, and
against his victims. You see what I'm saying? Against his victims. It's 1 victim. Moreover, undisputed video evidence corroborated that Combs used brutal violence against his victims, even though it's 1 victim, And look, it referenced everything he did to Cassie, including hitting, punching, kicking, and dragging them. That's Cassie, y'all. Hitting, punching, kicking, and dragging them. Yo, that's why. Okay, it makes sense now. It makes sense. That's why they released that video. That's why the CIA or the FBI or Homeland Security, that's why they released that video. That's why. So you got a visual. You can add a visual to what we're saying in this paperwork, even though the paperwork is light. We only got, yo, this indictment was only 14 pages. So this indictment was only 14 pages, y'all. 14 pages. That lets you know it was either a short investigation or they ain't really got a whole lot of evidence. But the way they worded this is yo, that shit is demonstrative. You feel me? I'm using a big word. That shit is demonstrative, man. Like, yo, this was horrible, man. This was horrible. Victims, but it's one person. Since when you start using victims for one person? Can I be a victims? Can me as an individual be a victims? Like, yo, let me know. Like, I maybe I can be a victim, but I don't think I can be a victim with an S. Like, yo, this is terrible, yo. This is dirty work that they doing, yo. This dirty work. Baltimore, Kimmy, what it is? What's up, nephew? What's up, Shorty? How you feeling? Yo, you don't even know what we talking about, two beds. One cup, two beds. We talking about Diddy situation. I'm talking about it's one victim in this case, but they keep mentioning victims with an S. It's only one victim in this case. One. Alrighty, Bob. You know, it's always a pleasure.
Dragging them. And more specifically, when it came to that 2016 video, they write, even if the evidence did not support the conclusion that Combs' assault at the Intercontinental Hotel was related to sex trafficking, which it did, Combs' counsel conceded that Combs' violent conduct against women was nonetheless relevant to his dangerousness. The bottom line here, whether he struck Ventura because of sex.
Yo, so, and they just edited that too, y'all. Y'all see how he just jumped? That was an edit. Why they edit that? Why they edit that so fast like that? Why they do that? Even if the evidence did not support the conclusion that Combs' assault at the Intercontinental Hotel was related to sex trafficking, which it did, Combs' counsel conceded that Combs' violent conduct against women was nonetheless relevant to his dangerousness. Yo, so we gonna keep him with a no bail, yo. He's just a violent. He's a motherfucking he a Jeffrey Dahmer or some motherfucking body. They putting Diddy on Jeffrey Dahmer status. Like, yo, he is a threat. If Diddy is in your neighborhood, you need to have motherfucking posters and signs up. He need to be marked. Diddy house need to be marked on every map across the United States because you need to know where he is at all times. Yo, this is garbage. This is garbage. And Jacqueline, it's not more than one victim. It's not. It's not. We read the indictment. It says one victim. It says one victim. It's not more than one victim in this indictment. But the paperwork, the wording, it leads you to believe it's 50 of them. The wording that leads you to believe is 50 victims. But when you read the paperwork, it says one. Yo, Muhammad, you get a bail off of what you charged with, not what they think about you, not what they assume about you. All we can go off is what he's charged with. They can't hold them off for speculation. Nah, man, that's not how this system supposed to work. That's dirty. That's a dirty system, bro. They don't work like that. Can't hold me just because you think I did something. Nah, fuck no. You hold me based off these charges and these allegations.
Conceded that Combs' violent conduct against women was nonetheless relevant to his dangerousness. The bottom line here, whether he struck Ventura because of sex trafficking,
hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, y'all. Make
The
sure y'all check out
argument is he's still violent. He's still dangerous. That's all.
Y'all know we go live every day at 11 o'clock Eastern time. It's 9:00 Tana. Come on now. Oh my God, yo, do we gotta do this again? Yo, do we gotta do this again, y'all? Yo, do we gotta do this again, y'all? Hey Tana, did you read the 6 lawsuits that Tony Busby dropped? Any of them? Did you read any of the 6 lawsuits that Tony Busby dropped? Lawsuits is garbage. And more than likely, he picked them 6 because they was the strongest 6. He picked them 6 because they was the strongest 6. Yo, one of the guys was a bodyguard. Said that he said that his drink was spiked. And next thing you know, he's standing next to his car, and Diddy grabs him, throws him into the van, and they gang-ard him. Grown man. Say he was a security guard. Biggest, so I'm assuming he's a man got some type of stature. Saying that he was thrown into the car, and he woke up, and it was look. And this is the funny thing about all these people. All these people supposed to have been drugged, right? They all supposed to have been drugged, but they can remember Diddy. Like, man, get the fuck out of here. Like, yo, y'all better stop falling for this nonsense, man. All these people was drugged. And they don't remember nothing else. They remember, this is what they remember, y'all. They remember getting drugged, waking up, and seeing Diddy. They can't tell you nothing else that happened. Man, get the fuck out of here, man. Now don't keep it G News. Straight up. Keep it G News ain't falling for that dumbass shit. No, we ain't falling for that. That sounds senseless.
Matters.
How was you drugged and you yo, when people get drugged and people be knocked out conscious, yo, you don't remember shit. That memory might not never come back to you.
Now, when it comes to obstruction, the government writes, in arguing that evidence of obstruction was thin and that the government provided no basis to believe that Combs tampered with witnesses, Combs primarily quibbles with the strength of the government's evidence that Combs made inappropriate contact with government witnesses, but Combs ignores altogether the serious and substantial allegations of obstruction, bribery, and witness tampering charged in the indictment as part of Combs'
ain't none of these people
racketeering activity.
Hey, Tana, ain't none of these people. Yo, one guy, white guy, Echo, clothing line, that's where he worked at, said that Diddy took him in the back part of the, I guess where the stars at, like where the dressing room at, where the dressing area at. Him and 2 other guys smacked him with a pistol. Listen to this. Diddy smacked him with a pistol, or one of the security guys smacked him with a pistol, right? And guess what he did after that? He said Diddy whips out and make him give him oral sex. Then after that, walks out, grabs some clothes, and there was a crowd of people out there, and he was giving clothes away. Y'all believe that? Like, yo, come on, y'all. Like, yo, we gotta use common sense, yo. Like, come on now. So it should be some witnesses that can verify this. And if that really happened, you got pistol whipped. You didn't go to no authorities. Another one. This is another suit. 2 girls. Listen to this one, y'all. 2 girls, right? They go to a Diddy party. Right? And somehow they find themselves in the room with Diddy. The bodyguard is outside. So Diddy forced them, or tried to force them to sniff cocaine. They didn't want to sniff cocaine. So then Diddy forced them to give him oral. This is what they said. So somehow it was some type of commotion. So the bodyguard comes out and lets one girl. So when the bodyguard comes out, one girl leaves. These are friends, y'all. Think about this. These are friends. One girl leaves, never comes back. Never comes back. Left her friend in the room to get awed by Diddy. Didn't go to the police. Didn't go get no help in the park. Didn't do nothing. Just left. Her homegirl never came back. Like, yo, come on, y'all. Like, yo, I know people don't like Diddy, y'all. I know people don't like Diddy, yo. But can we be honest? Can we be real? Is your friends going to leave you in a situation like that? Don't get no help. Don't call no police. Don't get no other. Just do nothing. They escaped the assault and they just left you there. Meanwhile, 30 minutes later, the girl still was in the room. Diddy told her, with the lights off, Diddy told her, you better not come out or I'm going to kill you. So she sits in the room for 30 minutes, y'all. 30 minutes. She finally gets left out, leaves the party. With the friend never came back into the equation. Ever. The whole time. Like, yo, come on now, yo. We got to use common sense, y'all. Like, please do. Please do. Exactly, Edward. Come on, yo. We got to use common sense, man.
Amply supported Judge Carter's determination. So
yeah, they paid, man.
Their allegations in the indictment to support the claim that he was reaching.
Yo, right now, y'all. If you got a picture with Diddy, you can see a picture. If you got a picture with Diddy, any picture, it can be from fucking 1989 to motherfucking 2029. It ain't even happened yet. You can sue and get on board with this lawsuit. You don't need no witnesses. You don't need no evidence. You don't need nothing. All you need is a picture. I was with Diddy. Look, I was with him. He did this to me. Come on, y'all. 3,000 people, y'all. So he one of the worst people that ever lived. Basically, he got 3,000 victims. Diddy is one of the worst people that ever lived. If yo, listen to this. If it's 3,000 people, right? Let's say it's 1,000. Fuck, we ain't gonna use 3,000. Let's say it's 500. If Diddy got 500 victims, fuck, he ain't never go to jail. You mean to tell me out of all 500 victims, the feds, police, nobody knew about none of this? He was able to do this shit for 30 years to 500 men and women, and nobody did nothing? Meanwhile, they've been trying to lock Diddy up for years. So what's the truth? Why they never got him? You got all these victims. They coming out. They coming from out the crevices of the earth right now. Man, come on, y'all. I wasn't born yesterday, y'all. We don't do that, y'all. We use common sense over here, y'all. I ain't no big fan of Diddy, but I'm a bigger fan. I'm not a bigger fan of the system running over top of motherfucker and not giving them a fair trial. We ain't ready to do that either. Yeah, but that's not what's going on, though, Tina. That ain't it what's going on. It ain't gotta be recorded. It ain't gotta be. All you gotta do is have a picture with that man. You got a picture with that man. You getting in that lawsuit because see, this is the thing, Tina. They don't care about winning lawsuits. It's not about winning lawsuits. This shit is about public opinion. That's what this is about, y'all. Since when do they start announcing lawsuits before they file them? Like I told y'all, and people from that be in my channel, you already know this. Yo, what if he announced 120 lawsuits and only filed 6? Only filed 6. How are people going to view that? Are people going to think they was lied to? Are they going to think they was misled? Or are they going to think it was a mistake? Or y'all going to think that was intentional? That man announced 120 lawsuits that wasn't filed. It's not about winning lawsuits. It's about public humiliation. It's about killing in public opinion. Because the jury is us. We're the jury. Yo, by the time Diddy go to trial, it's not going to be a person in the fucking country that don't know about Diddy case. How can he get a fair jury? Especially when the media is spinning it and making it look worse than what it is. All 12 of them jury members are going to go into that courtroom with the presumption of guilt. And that's what they're trying to do. That's what they're trying to do. They're not trying to win lawsuits. They know them lawsuits frivolous. They know they ain't winning them lawsuits. They want him to go and they want to kill him in public opinion so they can walk over top of him in court. They want to just be able to stomp on him in court. Like a breeze. You heard me? I'm trying to tell y'all, man. What you saying them do, No Love? What you saying them do?
Now the government continues. The facts, including Combs' text messages that the cops are there, supported the inference that Combs wanted to destroy the hotel surveillance video to avoid prosecution for a vicious assault. And while Combs argues that witness contacts were...
Millionaire Dave McCormick is spending millions to buy himself a Senate seat.
I'm just saying, yo, pay attention, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, become a member of the channel. Support the movement, cash that Baltimore swag, we rolling. You know, we've been keeping it real since day one. We not one of them channels that switched when public perception changed. We was the leaders over this bitch. See my man Box Truck. See my little cousin. We the first channel to say, hold up, wait a minute. Hold up, wait a minute. We the first channel that did that. Before everybody started switching over. And say, yo, no, yo, I think it's the liquor company.
Relevant or entirely innocuous because they concerned civil suits. The suits alleged years of physical and sexual abuse, including sex trafficking, allegations that Combs was plainly aware could subject him to criminal prosecution and investigation. Moreover, as the government made clear, Combs continued to contact witnesses, including witnesses who have received grand jury subpoenas into the summer of 2024, when he undoubtedly knew about the government's criminal investigation. Now, from there, the prosecution argues that Judge Carter didn't make a clear error or mistake when he rejected Combs' proposed bail package that I described earlier. Why? Well, they argue the government established that Combs used methodical and sophisticated means to silence and intimidate witnesses throughout the racketeering conspiracy and during the government's investigation. Combs often used loyal intermediaries to accomplish his objectives and wielded violence and blackmail, as well as his substantial wealth and influence relative to his victims and employees. To achieve compliance, Judge Carter therefore rightly concluded that the proposed conditions were inadequate because they would still permit Combs to obstruct justice and intimidate witnesses through employees and other individuals, and even coded messages.
See my man Kareem for the $5 cash app.
Appreciate it, baby. That Combs used coded messages. As only one example, however, Combs tried to ensure
the movement, y'all become a member. I need to get my members up. I only got 20 members.
Needed her, and that if she needed Combs too, she ain't got worry about nothing else, alluding to a promise of financial security in exchange for loyalty. Now, while Combs asserts that this incident did not involve an intermediary, Combs then texted an employee to ensure that his financial advisor kept paying the victim's rent. The evidence therefore supported the conclusion.
What that tell y'all? What that tell y'all? You willing to take payment? Somebody abuse you. And they be like, man, look, I pay your rent. What you gonna do? Somebody abused you mentally, physically, emotionally. But they paying your rent though. How many of y'all gonna take that deal? Just shut up. I ain't gonna say nothing. Like, yo, come on, y'all. Yo, these people, yo, are complicit. These people are the problem. Yo, the problem is, y'all. This is the problem. My eyes start to hurt. Hold up. Yo, this is the problem, yo. The problem is, yo, it's a segment of society that's willing to sell every ounce of their fucking being for fame, for stardom, for notoriety. So, the question is, who worse? Who worse, y'all? Is the greedy people that's willing to sell itself for profit worse than the people that use it against them? Who worse? How do you distinguish that? How do you deem one a criminal and one not? Who worse? Yo, as long as you got exactly, both of them bad. But only one side go to prison. Only one side gets in trouble. But yo, I told y'all, yo, if this was a situation where they was cleaning up the industry and quid pro quo was done, it'll never happen again, I'll be with it. But that's not what this is. Regardless of how many offers Diddy made to people for favors, Diddy going to jail ain't stopping it. They still want to operate this way. So in that case, what is this about? What is this about? If they still want to operate like this in Hollywood, what is this about? You understand what I'm saying? Like, yo, I just be trying to get people to start looking at shit another way. Like, yo, nothing is going to change. Diddy can catch 85 years in the joint. It's still going to be quid pro quo going on in the industry. So why is he sitting for 85 years? Why is he getting 85 years? Meanwhile, y'all still allowing this shit. Like, man, yo, people gotta wake up, man. That shit ain't stopping. That's business as usual. That's how they want it to run. They've been running like that for since the beginning of time.
Conclusion that even if confined to his home, Combs has the means and the influence to evade even seemingly restrictive bail conditions. Now, prosecutors, they also focus on a more policy reason too.
We fight for the future where we lower the cost of living for men.
I'm just saying, gee, man. Yeah, though, like, yo, like if it was gonna stop everything, y'all, I'd be with it. Cause I don't like it. I don't like the fact that people use power and influence over other people. I don't. But locking Diddy up ain't gonna stop it. So what the fuck is Diddy going to jail for? You feel me? What is Diddy going to jail for when that shit ain't stopping? I don't think they're interested in stopping it. I think it's a system, to be honest. Why ain't none of these parents been to jail for giving their kids to the industry, knowing what the fuck go on in the industry? We ain't seen not one parent charge yet. Not one. Shit been going on for how many years now? We got all these stories of these Nickelodeon kids, of kids in the music industry that grow up and they endured assault. They was victims. Parents gave them to Hollywood. Never get in trouble. But every now and then they pick one person. They pick a catalyst and make you the face. All right, we're going to pick him, send him to prison. Meanwhile, business still flowing. It's like a motherfucking pill mill. You're still flowing. Now, if they're willing to stop that, if locking Diddy up is going to stop that, I'm with it. But I know it ain't, because they don't want to stop it.
Sean Combs, someone who is so wealthy and has the means to provide such an attractive bail package, the opportunity to stay out of detention because he can.
Oh, yeah, we know what this is really about, Bill. You know, it's really about the company.
They write, the district court rightly rejected Combs' effort to pay his way out of detention when the record established that no set of conditions...
Yeah, Diddy got outside the lines. We know what it is.
This court has expressly held that the Bail Reform Act does not permit a two-tiered bail system in which defendants of lesser means are detained pending trial, while wealthy defendants are released to self-funded private jails. That's an interesting argument there. And finally, prosecutors respond to the allegation that Judge Carter essentially summarily decided Combs was a danger and was engaging in obstruction without holding the government's feet to the fire, that they didn't properly prove he was doing the things that they were alleging to justify pretrial detention. In other words, government, where's your evidence? Well, the government responded, quote, given the thorough proceedings below, this court should swiftly reject Combs' argument that Judge Carter committed legal error by failing to make factual findings or to weigh required factors. While the Bail Reform Act includes a provision requiring written findings of fact and a written statement of the reasons for the detention, this court has explained that whereas here, the court's findings and reasons for issuing a detention order are clearly set out in the written transcript of the hearing, the requirement of a writing is satisfied. At the end of the hearing, Judge Carter denied bail only after reiterating, I've heard from the parties.
Breeze, they're not cleaning up Hollywood, Breeze. Ain't nobody else going to jail because this is not about victims, y'all. This is personal. This is a personal vendetta. Diddy got out of line. Diddy got too cocky. He thought he was bigger than the system. So we coming down on him. They don't give a fuck about no victims, y'all, because this is how they wanted to run. This is how they wanted to run, yo. They're not interested in fixing it. They probably don't even think it's broke. Diddy just got out of line. So this is the chastising of Diddy. It's the chastising. My problem is the media, and the way the media is shaping public opinion with falsehoods and putting out, basically falsehoods. They're putting out bad narratives. They're not presenting good faith arguments. They're not reporting in good faith. They're reporting with an agenda in mind. They are reporting with making Diddy look as guilty as possible. That's my issue. That's my issue. No, it's not. There ain't nothing on the side of my mouth. I gotta, you know how when your lip get dry, I should kind of cut right there. Be quiet, Jim.
And I've reviewed everything, which included written submissions from the parties and the transcript of Judge Tarnofsky's bail hearing. As memorialized in the transcript, Judge Carter then specifically found that Combs posed a danger to the community and a risk of obstruction based on the evidence put before him. This is therefore not a case where the detention order contained only implicit findings or no finding whatsoever. So as the government in this filing is asking the Second Circuit to affirm Judge Carter's denial of bail, and for the reasons that I laid out, it seems quite likely they will do so because given the legal standard and given the evidence that has been presented, something else has happened which we need to talk about. Combs' team has now filed another motion asking the Second Circuit Court of Appeals to not do anything, to suspend his appeal of the bail decision. Don't do anything. Don't make a decision.
But look,
holding the appeal.
But look though, Kenny. Jail want Diddy to go to jail, right? But was upset when they did the same shit to Trump. That's who Jay is. Jay think Diddy is guilty as fucking sin. But when he did it to Trump, Jay was fucking highly upset. Highly upset. That's who Jay is. Jay one of them. She can't look at it. She can't look at it through the same pair of lenses and realize they one and the same.
Abeyance. Hold it in abeyance until Combs' team has the opportunity to now argue the issue of bail in front of the new judge overseeing Combs' criminal case. This is the third judge in the case. This is Judge Arun Subramanian from the Southern District of New York. We talked about him on an earlier sidebar because he had a hearing last week. But this is really interesting. They're asking now the Second Circuit, don't do anything. I know you heard our arguments. I know you heard the prosecutions. Don't do anything yet. Wait until we have an opportunity to now present this issue to the judge overseeing the criminal case. Now, I know what you might be saying. I don't get it.
Millionaire Dave McCormick is spending millions to buy himself
You made wild allegations. And you always come over here when we talk about Diddy.
Judges. He appealed this to a higher court in New York. Why is he asking them
it's supposed to be
wait
Billy.
on ruling on this? Why go to Judge Subramanian? Well, this is where it gets interesting. So Combs' team says that during that hearing that I mentioned with Judge Subramanian last week, and we covered it on a previous sidebar where they talked about the evidence, they talked about the trial date. Well, apparently the defense says that during that hearing, Subramanian, any bail application that they would like to raise, then the court will certainly hear it. Now, in their motion, and this part is key, Combs' lawyers say because certain relevant new information has come to light since the detention order, Mr. Combs intends to file a renewed motion for pretrial release on conditions with an updated proposed bail package in the district court. Now, to be clear, I'm not sure what they mean by new information. Is this something about Combs' conditions in the MDC? Could it be evidence that he did not engage in improperly reaching out to witnesses and victims? When they say new evidence, is it really new evidence, or is it something that they've already argued to the Court of Appeals? Not entirely clear. But they say this renewed request is based
that
on
like button, subscribe to the channel. Yeah, we live every day at 11.
So that's really interesting.
Eastern time.
And what would a new package look like? A new bail package? Now, of course, if the district court approves bail for Sean Combs, his attorneys have indicated they will drop this appeal in the Southern Circuit. So we will wait to see what happens. There's a lot of moving parts. And of course, if Judge Subramanian has the opportunity to now review this bail motion, will he look at it differently than Judge Tarnofsky and Judge Carter? Will Sean Combs be released? We'll see, with a little bit of unknowns about what the defense will present. But as we mentioned, the prosecution makes some very, very solid arguments.
Look,
but for right now, that's all we have for you here on Sidebar.
You see what I mean? Fuck what the defense said. They ain't even mention. Like I said, he ain't say the defense and the prosecution made some very solid arguments. But yeah, the prosecution made some very solid. This is what I'm attacking, y'all. I'm attacking the media coverage on Diddy. I don't think they being fair. I don't think they being honest. I think they're being misleading, and I think it's intentional. You know, because these people, ain't no way I'm smarter than these people. Ain't no way. I ain't go to college. I went to prison. You understand? These motherfuckers college graduates. They know what the fuck they doing. They know how to mislead people. They know how to do it intentionally. I'm not buying that I see something totally different than what they see. They know the word in that lawsuit is fugazi. They know it's flawed. They know it's one victim. Why they keep leading the people to believe that it's multiple victims and you're going to have all these people testifying on Diddy? You keep talking about a cold sore. Yeah, you just fucking... Yeah, I'm ready to put you on mute because it's not a cold sore, y'all. I ain't ready to do that with you. But yeah, they on some bullshit, man. They on some bullshit, and that's what I'm fighting against. I'm fighting against the bullshit that the media is pushing on the people because the man deserves a fair shot. Everybody deserves a fair shot. Everybody deserves their day in court, yo. And it's hard to get your day in court when the media is painting you out to be a fucking monster, but the evidence don't line up to that. The evidence say one victim, but the media is telling everybody it's 50. Straight up. Yeah, G only come over here when we talking about Diddy. Only time she come here. She just don't like the fact that we keeping it real. She wanna push the narrative that Diddy is this fucking monster of a human being that deserves the book thrown at him. Like, yo, at the end of the day, yo, the man is on trial for being a fucking freak. They locked the man up for being a freak, yo. I ain't know being a freak was illegal in this country. There's a lot of freaky motherfuckers out this bitch. Some of y'all probably freaky. Jay probably one of the freakiest ones in the comments. Yeah, man. What if they grab you out your motherfucking house? What if they grab you out your motherfucking house and put you in cuffs and give you a no bail? You be mad as a bitch. You be mad as a motherfucker. You ain't gonna like that. What's up, Shane? No, Jay cool, man. You got striker. But shit, though, y'all. Yo, make sure y'all check out that video that I just dropped, man. Look, CJ, not a cold sore. I don't have a cold sore on my lip, y'all. So let's get that clear. What you talking about a cold sore? I ain't never had a cold sore in my fucking life, ever. I don't get down. I don't get staph infections. I got good skin, man. You don't see anything, Jay. You making shit up. You're making things up. It's not true. Trolling. That's what you're doing. You're being a troll right now, Jay. Being a troll right now. But y'all gotta make sure y'all watch that video I just dropped. That bitch a banger. Motherfucking banger. Jay, what are you talking about? Jay, there's nothing on my face. It's a cut. It's not how your lip cut on the side from not drinking water. That's what it is. Goodness gracious. Just gotta start drinking more water, man. So that bag is dudes. What is he talking about? Oh yeah, appreciate it. Yeah, that Meech video was crazy, yo. You know, it was crazy because I ain't expect to find that. Like I ain't expect at the end of the video to be like, dang, that motherfucking Meech broke the code. I ain't expect that. It was shocking. It was shocking and surprising, to say the least. Yo, can y'all still hear me, yo, or did I muzzle the sound? The sound I muzzled, is it? Yeah, that Meech, man. That shit crazy, man. I was talking about that early in the live. You know, a lot of people it's just piggybacking. Like I legitimately wanted to see if Shorty was 100 before I congratulate him on, you know, doing his time like a man and standing on 10 and keeping integrity. King Hayes, hey, a lot of these motherfuckers, they just piling on. They just, you know, it's just something to do for them. It's just something to do for them. Yeah, what it is. But yeah, though, y'all, I just don't like the coverage that they giving, yo. The Diddy cover. I left my charge. I gotta go back downstairs. I don't like the coverage. The Diddy coverage. I don't like it. I think it's irresponsible. I think it's very irresponsible to know what that case is about. Like they confusing people between the freak offs and the Diddy parties. Most people think that's the same thing. Meanwhile, it's not. So they confusing people with that. They're confusing people with the verbiage in the indictment. They're not giving them a bail. Like yo, it's just so much. It's so much wrong. Like my man Quentin said, I think that judge is compromised. I think it's obvious. I don't even feel man. I think it's obvious that the judge is compromised. It's obvious. Whenever you can justify not giving him a bail because of a video that got leaked. Because a video that got leaked where it shows him in probably in a fucked up situation. Don't get me wrong. Shows him in a fucked up situation. But just because he had a down moment where he crashed out and put his hands on this girl, y'all mean to tell me that constitutes a no bail status? Man, hell no. That don't constitute no bail status, man. Fuck no. That's bogus, man. I ran that mid-pan by a jelly sandwich, y'all. Fucking hungry. Yo. I had a bail on the body, y'all. Yo, the first time I got locked up, I got $100,000 bail. The second time they didn't give me no bail, but the first time I had $100,000 bail. Ain't like Diddy got a record. Diddy ain't got no fucking record. Diddy got a lot of allegations, but Diddy ain't never been found guilty or nothing. I caught $100,000 bail, and you got this man sitting with no bail just because he got too much money. That shit crazy. So since he got too much money, he don't get a bail. That's crazy, man. I can't fuck with that shit. Can't fuck with it. He belong in prison for what? What'd he do? Why he belong in prison? For being a freak? For having freak offs with his girl? The man belong in prison. Don't get me wrong, y'all. Diddy probably do belong in prison. You know? But he don't belong facing life in prison. No, we ain't gonna do that. Diddy probably deserve 5 years. Little 5-piece. But Diddy is facing life in prison. He don't deserve to be facing life in prison. Diddy not R. Kelly. Even with the R. Kelly situation. You had parents. R. Kelly was illiterate. He was fucking slow. R. Kelly can't read or write. You had parents preying on that man. Because they knew he was stupid. They knew that not stupid, but they knew he was illiterate. And they preyed on that man. And not one of them parents got in trouble. Not one. Not one parent in R. Kelly case got in trouble. Like I told y'all, shit. Like I told y'all. If this was the cleaning up of the music industry, I'd be all for it, y'all. If locking up Diddy would ensure that this never happened again, I would be all for it. But that's not what we saying. That ain't what we saying, y'all. We saying the man get scapegoated. You feel me? We saying the man get scapegoated. Because he had beef with some people. He made some people upset. He jumped outside the lines. He thought he was bigger than the program. That's what we're saying. They ain't locking up no Kanye. They ain't locking up nobody else, y'all. Y'all still believe they locking up other people. Like, that's still a thing on the internet. I thought most people got past that. Y'all still believe that they locking up other people. Ah, shit. God, I'm getting old, y'all. Oh, shit. Damn. Yo, when you get old, y'all, you can't even move your bones certain places. Like I just broke my neck. If I just broke my neck, yo. I did a video on it. I read the text messages. Yee's a fucking weirdo. Yo, most of these guys are weirdos, y'all. Y'all gotta realize, yo, most of these people that's in the entertainment industry are weirdos. They just start getting girls when they got money. They just start getting girls when they got money. They didn't have girls before the money. So once they get money, they use the money to get the girl. Man, salute to Tanner, straight up, man. Salute to the district. No, Yeezy ain't got the he ain't got the Diddy history. Diddy is just a wild boy, man. They can't, you know, they can get him. They'll get you. They want you. They'll find a way to get you. They just can't get Yeezy like they did Diddy. Diddy didn't fucking diddle. Diddy didn't diddle, man. So, you know, Diddy deal with guys and girls. Like Diddy old freaky motherfucker. I did 3 years, y'all. I had 10 years suspended sentence. 10 years, 5 suspended. 3 years prison time, 5 years probation. Damn, yo, that shit hurt, yo. God damn. Yo, y'all gotta make sure y'all watch that video I just put out on Jeezy Moolah. Crazy situation, yo. Crazy situation. Dude locked up in federal prison and decide to send a hit from federal prison. Threw his whole life away. But yo, I appreciate everybody that tapped in. Yeah, he crossed around people, Tainer. But yeah, yo, I just want, we not ready to see no takedown of the music industry, y'all. Like, nobody else is going to jail. Don't call me Blackie. I'm out of here. It's another day of Keep It G News, and I'm out.